knocks out everybody, and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay from Louisville, Kentucky came up and stopped Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. But he hit harder than George. His reach was longer than George. He's a better boxer than George. And I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sonny Liston. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been knocked down a couple times. I'm bad. Been chopping trees. Only
It's June 5th, 2016, and this is Shizzy with the Xbox, aka Link215, here with Mazaku. Rest in peace to Muhammad Ali, that actually left this earth on the 3rd. One of the greatest champions of all time, quote unquote, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, who did a lot for people around the world, our people here in America, and one of the biggest faces ever in celebrity. Any thoughts? Just rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I cared about him, but I appreciate what he did.
I was like, whoa. Like, yeah, I feel like it's one of the greatest trash topics of all time. Don't, let's not do that. Okay, his thoughts is not mine. So let's talk about kind of wrestling. You know, we started by saying rest in peace to Muhammad Ali, and we kind of go into something that's wrestling. But we watched UFC 199 last night. Good event. Had to miss some of it, but it was a great event. And they did a promo for UFC 200, and after the very end, Brock Lesnar shows up on the screen. Brock Lesnar is going to have a fight at UFC 200. WWE already put a statement out saying they're aware of this. They signed off for it. It's a one-off fight, and he will be at SummerSlam as well.
It'll make for great cross-promotion. UFC fans will then watch SummerSlam to see Brock Lesnar, who just showed back up after 2 years of... That's 2.5 years of absence from the UFC to watch SummerSlam, one of the biggest events in WWE history.
Exactly.
And then you had the WWE fans. And yes, they do have a lot of fans. Because look, they even have some following CM Punk, who I don't give a fuck anymore because you've been in UFC 2 years, you ain't do that damn thing.
Came back, Brock got injured.
Brock was the original. God damn it.
Brock, damn it.
So that will open some new eyes to the UFC as well, and for UFC 200, which is one of their biggest events, besides 100. So,
exactly.
The cross promotion's pretty good, and I believe they could get really high pay-per-view numbers up to 5 million.
Doubt that, but. UFC.
One, Brock Lesnar already coming back.
Well,
that's already
Brock
UFC. They're already going to get more buys. Then you're going to have wrestling fans transition onto that just to see Brock Lesnar. Because remember, Brock isn't for the kids, so it's like, kids can't, buy it. No, it's going to be grown as men
who got the money
to see Brock. And then they know he's going to come back to SummerSlam. And I believe this cross promotion could get WWE, ratings numbers back to where it was like in 2001 to 2003.
It's possible for SummerSlam.
They were getting like 5-6 million.
Exactly. At least the network numbers should go up. At least for this pay-per-view.
So this is a part of the whole new era thing they talk about. I am liking it so far. You already got a lot of crazy new wrestlers who actually not really new, but new to WWE.
Yeah.
Because they've been around the road for 10 years. We would experience people who don't have 5 fucking moves.
I think he got 6 moves now. I think he upped his, But speaking of, John Cena, of course, came back on Raw. So speech or soliloquy, whatever you want to call it.
The new era has to go through him. You mean the new era has to get buried by him in translation.
But it's funny because the new era already went through him because he had that open challenge. He was fighting up with new guys. But AJ comes out.
Yeah, but they all lost.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why is he saying that?
You win a match. Here's the thing. If I was a wrestler, if I win a match with John Cena, I'd be scared for my career because I know this nigga about to win the next 99 matches. So it doesn't matter. I'd rather just lose. So this shit won't even escalate. But, yeah, I just lost Cena. Oh no, I lost a feud with Cena that lasted for months.
Exactly.
And let everybody see me get my ass handed to me 2 times or more. Seth lost to this man 3 times in a fucking row.
Okay, true. Now let's get into.
Seth was champion at this time.
Yeah, I got it. We know. But we're gonna get into what AJ came out, and it's kind of weird because AJ, they saying new era, even though AJ is the same age as Cena. But I get he's new to the company, and he went quote unquote heel, as they say, and that's gonna lead us to our main discussion. But he went heel against Cena.
Oh, really? Because those chairs, I didn't know.
Exactly. And after he beat him up, he said, "Thank you, thank you, world." No, not thank you, world, but you walking world. That's what he said after he beat him up. You walking world. That's what the world wanted for Cena.
Yeah, we do want that shit. We want him out of the ring, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So the whole thing about
some Twizzlers.
AJ, you have Twizzlers, maybe?
No, I'll get some.
We should get some Twizzlers then. But I'm sorry. Back to the discussion. Twitter, Twizzlers, whatever. So that gives us to our main discussion. I want to talk about is the whole idea of heel and faces. Is it too old school or is it too forced?
It's
maybe
washed
it should be,
up.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Should it be all the way taken away or just some elements just
like,
still
when it got to the point where
main eventers
we've
maybe
seen the obvious force of Roman Reigns. Here's the thing: the internet are making some fans stupid, but making a lot more fans a lot smarter than they were because they can easily track back. Like Hulk Hogan was a fucking asshole before the internet. Yeah, that shit never existed. You wouldn't even really know. This dude did a lot of dumb shit behind the scenes. This nigga convinced Vince, hey, let me beat Shawn Michaels in 2005.
Shawn Michaels had to go heel. He's like, he forced Shawn Michaels to go heel. Would supposed to be face versus face.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, he has to be
Hogan's an asshole.
And he could win the first match. I'll win a few. Never mind. I should win the first match. Then he can win the second match. And then after he won the first match, he went, guys, I got an injury. I can't wrestle no more. It's like, whoa. But again, the whole idea of heels and faces. We know what a heel is, just in case new wrestling fans jump on this podcast. A heel is a quote unquote bad guy. A face is a quote unquote good guy. And you're supposed to cheer the face, and you're supposed to boo the heel. Now, in the late 90s, in the Attitude Era, they changed it, but they didn't change it. They realized people was booing the bad guy more. Stone Cold supposed to be a heel. They got cheering him. So good guys became heels, and basically bad guys became faces. So like Kurt Angle came out. Kurt Angle is a cookie cutter good guy. Comes out, drinks milk, American hero, won the Olympics, broken neck. Doesn't say anything bad. They boo him. When Vince saw he was getting booed, he said, "We're going to turn you heel in the middle of the match." And he went out there and he said, "Hey, don't get mad at me because I'm better than y'all." And he became heel, but he still didn't cheat. So I feel like they need to go back to that or eliminate the whole idea of heel and faces, definitely in the main event scene. Don't tell me who to cheer for because it's going to make me boo. I feel like people would cheer Roman Reigns.
People are grown men. They're like, yo, don't tell me what the fuck you do.
I think people would cheer Roman Reigns if he talks shit back to the crowd. A lot of people would be like, if people be like, yo, y'all booing me, whatever. I think
like, it's too late for whether he do. No, I believe the forcing thing, what they did, I think they probably really, really hurt his career. I mean, he's still going to make his money. But, as far as appealing to the crowd, it's like, yo, no, fuck you. We haven't forgot what you and Vince. And then Vince, first off, when Vince came back on Raw to try to do the same thing he did with Austin with Roman,
it worked for a couple
that shit didn't work at all.
It worked for a couple weeks.
And his acting skills kind of declined. That shit was just, what did he have, a fucking referee shirt on? With sleeping referee shirt on, a 74-year-old fucking man. I'm like, yo, we know what the fuck you're trying to do. They was fucking cheering Vince.
Of course, he's the biggest star.
But it's like, yo, I see what he tried to do, but if Vince he doesn't get it, I believe he'll never get it. But the way that they forced, the two-way rumbles in a row thing, like the first one, the Big Show and Kane, that was bad because that was like, okay, we know exactly what you're going to do from there on. And then they did. Me and you was predicting all these pay-per-views, and we was getting it right. And I believe did we ever really get any pay-per-view predictions wrong for Roman?
Not for the main events. Not the main card, but the main
we haven't got that shit wrong yet. It's been almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's the way they went about it. It was just, come on. And then the fact that AJ is really champion because Seth left, because I believe they capitalized on this, make Roman champion as soon as possible, which they did. This man became a 3-time world champion in 2 months. Didn't help the situation at hand. So it's not like, oh, you just did that. No, it's the shit you did in between and stuff too. It's like, yo, you're really not doing a good job helping me cheer for this man. You make me dislike him.
That's true, but I feel like they shouldn't, like I said, if we boo, he shouldn't take the quote unquote Cena round. Like, well, the fans want to boo, they can boo, but I'm here for the kids. They'd be like, no, just
they made him so much like Cena to the point where I'm afraid. I don't think he's like Cena at all. No, I know he's a better wrestler. I'm talking about like booking wise, because like if he loses a match, I believe he's going to win a few. Like him going up against AJ. It'd been nice to see AJ win one. I'm not mad that he lost both. I'm mad the way he lost both. Now, if Seth came back, I believe Seth came back a little too early because I have a feeling if Seth loses, something's going to happen with the crowd, not WWE, because like we already know what's going on. If he loses, like fuck. But if he wins, like cool, he got it again. And I believe if they go again, Seth
be a few.
To win again.
Go back and forth.
No. This is the Money in the Bank they fighting at, correct?
Yeah, Money in the Bank. But
all right, so the match, they got isn't it something in between before SummerSlam? It's Money in the Bank, something else in SummerSlam. SummerSlam's not till late August, so they had something else. So that's something else. So whatever it is, all I don't know. Roman's going to win and become a 4-time WWE champion. Then Seth get a rematch after that, or Seth going to win again, and then they're just going to give Roman another title shot, which he's been doing because he did kind of fuck up opportunities for it before. But they act like, oh, we fucked you, nigga. Yeah, we got you. Let's give you another title shot the next match. It's like, no, they've been doing that with Roman, so I got a feeling they're going to do that again and push a triple threat match for SummerSlam. Have Brock go up with whoever he's going to go up against.
Well, we don't know what Brock doing. You think of the Goldberg thing.
Oh, yeah, but so Brock versus Goldberg, that's most likely going to happen.
We'll talk about that a little. Yeah, right after this. Yeah, but you saying about Roman, because let's go back to the heel and face. So you feel like they should stop. Well, of course they're going to.
There's heels, there's faces, then there's Roman.
There's but they're going to. Well, I think Cena's really the main issue. There's nothing wrong with Roman. They want him to be the guy.
I know it's not wrong with him personally. It's the way that they went about pushing.
I think it's the way they booking the matches. They have fun with all he wants.
The ending of the matches?
Yeah, because the matches are
no selling, and it's already bad because the way he was forced to then the whole championship in 2 months thing. It's like you're just adding on. You're not giving us a reason. Maybe it's not that bad. I mean, I know me and you, we like his wrestling, but I'm talking about as his character. It's like, by the way, he's still a bad talker. So
he's not a good talker. That's why I feel like he should act more like I don't give a fuck about the crowd. And that's why if
they're just adding on.
I feel like Hill's not a word no more. I don't want to hear Hill.
They giving us more chance to. It's not even called nitpicking, but it's like obvious. Like the way he's winning these matches is like, come on, like it started like with Roadblock. That's what like it extremely really started pissing me off. I'm like, yo, this nigga took
Roadblock.
7 chairs.
Oh, you mean
Dean Ambrose? No, that was Roadblock. No, the robot was Triple H. Dean. Fastlane. Yeah, Fastlane. And it's like, yo, you took all these chair shots, you popped up, boom. It's like that's a Cena type shit. You hit him with all your finishers, he'll count on your last finisher. Oh, actually, adjustment 1, 2, 3. It's like, yo, this dude's.
And the best part is they do that in Japan. The only thing different in Japan is the other person kicks off the finisher too, and that's what I get mad about. Because we said before, the end of the match,
one finisher.
Yeah, it's like, yo, if you kick out a 3 of theirs, they at least got to kick out 2 of yours. Yeah. Like, you can't have it back and forth.
And it was like, it's not like, oh, he hit him with 3 spears. I know. It was 1 spear. Yeah. Just one.
And if you would have hit him with another spear after he kicked out, you probably would have been like, all right, cool.
Should hit him with 3 at least. It's AJ Styles. So some respect.
So put some respect on his name. So back to the heels and faces, because that's basically what we're talking about with and Cena go through the same issue. Seth comes back, and like we said before, they tell him to go heel, talk about the crowd. It's like, he should just be able to talk, and we decide if we like him or not.
Because regardless, first off, we already like Seth. And the fact that people got his number and y'all releasing Seth Rollins thingy.
It was a beautiful thing.
He's not going to get booed over Roman. Dean Ambrose didn't get booed over. Nobody got booed over Roman. The heels got cheered. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Sheamus got booed, but nobody likes Sheamus.
Yeah, until he did that skip the New Day.
No, you liked him. I liked him in that skit with the New Day. But by himself, he was.
Sheamus is like, they just did that just so you could try to get him. Like, maybe if he get it back, you'll start cheering him. No,
they cheered him for that one night.
Yeah, and that was like they take away from him.
Jimmy, but we still don't like you.
Next night, fuck you, nigga. And then they got you still suck chance specifically for this man. It's like Vince. And then here's the worst part of it all. I mean, it's bad the way he's winning the whole 3 championships and shit, and the way he was forced. But the fact that WWE edits fucking cheers in is horrendous. And you have people who go to live shows who feel disrespected, like, yo,
I paid my money.
Wasn't, yeah, that's really fucked up.
I feel like you should be able to edit if people are saying disrespectful things.
Yeah. But when it's just booing,
suck my dick.
It's like damage control.
Yeah.
And by the way, they don't censor the what's it called, but motherfuckers do curse because I don't think they can because they like that high tech camera shit. We can hear what the rest of the say when they call the move.
Now that's the issue.
So they should fix.
No, that's the issue because sometimes they want to mute the crowd. But the only way they can really mute the crowd live is changing the audio input
on the
to the cameras with the ring. And we hear too much motherfucking yo DDT. Yo, I'm about to tell you what to say. It's like, yo, we shouldn't hear none of that. It takes away from the show because they trying to protect.
But then the mild camera angles, the new angles they have, we can see these people talking. Even if we can't hear them,
they gotta change.
They gotta change it. I don't know if. And Vince, he's in the back in the booth watching like the whole time, so I know he fucking sees it. You're not blind. You're not deaf.
Yeah.
So it's like,
so weird.
What are you doing? He probably likes that shit. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, but I feel like wrestling is at this weird place. Generations change all the time. So, generations change all the time. So you have to change with the generation. But it seems like they try to force this one. The PG thing seems like they're stepping away from more. But
and the kayfabe, as far as the network goes,
I'm cool with that.
But it's just like, no, I don't care. I don't like kayfabe either. But it's like you go all the way all this shit, but why are you still believing this Hill and Face bullshit? Let us do what we want.
That's what I'm confused about because they smart enough to realize people want more of the wrestler because the wrestler is the actor. So you want to see behind the scenes stuff. You want to see interviews, but you're talking real life, not in their character. Yeah. So it's like, why are you forcing the Hill and Face if you don't need to do that?
But I believe
you want Roman to be on top. Have him be on top. Big Daddy Cool was on top. People didn't like him. He wasn't a heel up. Just have him on top.
I believe though WWE and UFC are about to be one of the biggest. Like some of the a lot of fucking
going to
money.
be really big.
This summer is going to be very good for both companies if everything goes correct.
Even for UFC, because it's going to be a trickle down.
I don't like Goldberg. Goldberg fucking sucks as a wrestler, but
let's talk about that now. Cause we agree that they feel like
they're bringing him back.
No, not the Goldberg. About the topic of the Hill and Face. You feel like they should get away with it 100%, or at least the main event scene don't have it.
Well, I don't think you can tell Brock to do anything. So
well, that's the problem. Yeah, he's a tweener. That's what they call a tweener when you're bad, but people like you. But it's like, do you feel like the main event scene, no Hill or Face, and maybe the lower tiers try to make them, or just
they're trying to do that? I mean, you can say that because they're trying to do that with Seth and Roman, but the thing is, they're going to realize again
that's why they shouldn't do it.
That Seth is still going to get checked. Seth, he's the best wrestler on that roster, and probably the best in-ring performer I've ever seen. The second one would be Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is amazing, but Seth, he has the whole package: the strength, the speed. Hello.
Look at your dress.
Like it.
Okay, looking fly. Yeah. So Niece always trying to take over the show. Oh yeah, Khalid, you said Seth, great wrestler, great talent. So we should be able to cheer for what we cheer for. I don't really like to bring up UFC a lot on here, but same thing. Ronda Rousey was quote unquote a face when they first had her. They loved her. As soon as she did the Ultimate Fighter and people saw her true personality, and she didn't shake Misha take hands, she kind of became a heel. Now the UFC.
Well, she said. She gave a reason.
She actually said she preferred, but she actually said she preferred to be a heel. She actually said that in the interview. But it's like UFC can't force the narrative. Like no. We want you to cheer for her. No, they say no. As long as you're gonna pay money to see her, we cool. Floyd Mayweather. People don't like him. People pay money to hope to see him lose.
Yeah.
So it's like Roman Reigns don't have to be.
Yo, when do you predict Roman Reigns will lose?
I think he's gonna lose to Seth. I think they're gonna go back and forth.
So
I don't know if he's gonna win the first one.
I think you want to continue that Seth has to win.
Yeah, I feel like Seth's gonna win. It might be interference that makes Roman lose, and then Roman's gonna be like,
no. If I see that, I'll be so fucking pissed. Seth,
or Triple H interferes and Seth loses. He has to fuck Seth over, but that's weird because they would put Seth in a feud with Triple H.
No, because with this whole brand split shit, Shane, he's probably just gonna come out like, no, nigga, do this shit again.
He should. Unless like he attacked Shane in the back. It didn't do it. I could see because Triple H been going for a long time, and a lot of people think it's because of Shane. They don't have a great relationship. Is it because of that, or because they setting up for him to interfere in that main match? So therefore,
what other pay-per-view was that when Triple H had that big ass purple blood clot in his thigh?
WrestleMania, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why the nigga was gone.
Like, he was like, what the hell is that on his side? You know?
That shit was just nasty. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
He's put this man in the hospital.
So it's interesting what they're going to do with the main event scene, but we agree. I think heels and faces, the idea is good. Wrestlers should learn the difference of how to work them, but you shouldn't really force it on the main roster. It should be something if they want to do. Because they say heels actually make less money because less people buy the t-shirt. Because they got to go up there and assault you.
Because children mostly buy it. So
exactly. Like, so just have it more like he's cool or he's not. Like, everybody's not a good talker. Same thing with real life in boxing, UFC. Everybody can't
Y'all about to use this whole UFC for promotion shit. I'm like, no kid's going to really care or... I mean, nobody should give a fuck about faces and heels when you doing like a little crossing thing with these guys. Because they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
So it's like, don't throw away that kiddie shit. You know exactly what you're doing. Stay on this path because you're about to make a lot of fucking money.
I think so. I think if they go more of a legit way, more realistic type talking.
If Nate Diaz can make $4 million off just fighting Conor, this is Brock Lesnar here. Imagine how much money that both companies are going to make.
Well, Brock
is the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Brock about to have 2 fights, so he's about to be.
Yeah, he get paid a lot to show up, and he's getting paid a lot for this fight. And they even let us know his opponent. That's how big he is.
You know his opponent for either events right now. I mean,
and that's how big
Goldberg probably. SummerSlam.
So we're going to talk into that. You set up the was it 2K17?
Yeah.
They showed a promo.
Yeah, and then the rental show, as you can see, was
Goldberg in back of a car.
And the Suplex City, but it's like backwards because it's mirrored, but you can tell it's like on some kind of billboard thing. And it shows him smiling.
Yeah, like he's going to Suplex City. Yeah. So Goldberg. I think it's a good storyline for Brock.
Imagine how much money Goldberg getting paid for this fight.
We probably get paid a nice amount because the SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true. It could be for the video game, but you just showing the
they just same thing with Sting when they just hit him a video game.
Exactly, he showed up.
It's like, oh,
so when would he show up? Now, if Brock have a solid fight, lose or win, but not really damaged, they could really build this story.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Brock has to come out and say, "Look, man, I've done everything." Definitely, if he wins at UFC 200. Saying, hey, I just went back to the UFC, showed I'm one of the baddest men on the planet. I destroyed everybody else here. There's nothing else for me to do.
All you have to do is really not lose.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to bring money, but if you don't lose, he'll bring a lot more.
It's a better storyline. If he don't lose, he could say, it's nobody I can't beat. And then Goldberg come out and say, you never beat me. And you got your own big name match. And you probably still going to have Seth and Roman. That's the main event, hopefully, for SummerSlam. New Day and somebody. It's shaping up to be a really big card. So
yeah, so 200, and then we'll get 201, and then we'll get SummerSlam.
Exactly.
And then we'll get 202. So this is going to be a really
Conor versus
interesting.
Conor versus Diaz.
Very interesting summer.
Yeah, so summer's looking good for both promotions, UFC and WWE. And what should we talk about next? Oh well, upcoming pay-per-view is on Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose is winning.
It seems shaped up to be a good.
Huh?
It seems like it might be a good pay-per-view.
Dean Ambrose has to win. I believe
you think he has to win.
Yeah, I believe. First off,
is he the only main eventer in that match? You think?
No, I think everybody's in the match are main eventers.
I would like them to be.
Yeah, they are. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Yeah, but I believe Dean has to win
because
first off, the way he's been getting shitted on just for Roman to get up was already pitiful. I was like, me and Shizzy, we was already pissed off at that because you know exactly right. And that's another thing about the Roman push. People had to get shitted on.
But you didn't even realize it though, because sometimes
no, I realized it when he tag teamed with him. I'm like, okay, I know.
No, exactly. You realized that, but I remember when he put him in front of the triple threat match.
Yeah,
he was like, yo, this is good. I said, not really, because Dean's gonna take the pin because now we know how wrestling works. When people get pinned, sometimes they lose steam. So Brock is not going to get pinned. Brock going to get pinned at a major pay-per-view. So Brock wasn't going to get pinned at Fastlane to Roman Reigns. So therefore, whoever wins was going to pin Dean Ambrose. So we start noticing stuff like that, there's a problem. Now, of course, we're quote-unquote smarks, whatever they call them. I'm not a smart. I'm a person who's not stupid. You watch a lot
Dean,
of wrestling.
Let's be honest, he don't get the pop he used to ever since that shit happened. No, he still gets a nice ass pop.
He get a pop, but with something red hot, you gotta strike it when it's red hot. Because fans lose interest on everybody. Even New Day, the way they talking to him, I feel like the fans are not reacting how they used to react. They still love him, but they like, okay, oh that's funny. They're not reacting how they. Fans get easily turned away. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah,
they lose hope because some fans are smart when they know, all right, you're not gonna do nothing with him, dog. I'm just stop. Like what's his name? Wise up with the Wyatts.
Yeah, he went too far with that though.
No,
it was funny.
He was right.
No, he was funny,
right.
But like he actually lost like
he was right.
a YouTube partner because I'm thinking like y'all really arguing over that. But of course they probably met on it too. They wasn't like friends. Yeah. Cause I feel like there's no way me and you.
But he was right, so I can't be like, oh, he was right.
I feel him because
I feel like at this hope, but it's like no.
Well, at the time,
10 point right.
No, I mean at the time, like when they did something great, he went, well, we got to talk about it because it was the main part of the show. And he basically said if they don't win the title, he won't talk about them again. I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Bray to come back. I know he's injured right now, so is Luke. Yeah, the pay-per-view should not be good. You think Dean Ambrose should take it? I want Kevin Owens to win it, but Dean makes more sense, definitely, because Seth and Roman's going at it for a feud, and he can make it a triple threat. The Shield and a triple threat is what everybody want to see.
I think the Bright's gonna return at SummerSlam to fuck up some kind of match. I'm just not sure.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think the Wyatt's gonna return the same day Randy Orton returns.
I don't want to see Wyatt and Randy Orton feud.
You don't think so? I think they're gonna try to.
They
separate.
did that already, right?
Did they?
Yeah. It was dry. I don't want to see that again.
Probably right. I remember Roman versus Seth. No.
I don't want to see a Roman and Wyatt feud. I want to see a Dean.
So
and
you want
feud.
Wyatt to go right for the title?
Go right for Brock or Goldberg or the title.
A belt or a title? Because he never won a belt before.
WWE Championship.
He could. That could work.
Who is the IC title right now? Kevin?
No, Miz. Killing the game. And Miz is actually the only heel in the Raw company.
Yeah. I don't want him to go to the US. It doesn't mean shit to me. They made it not mean shit when you gave it to Cena. He made it mean shit, but y'all could book that with anybody.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. Who said, look what Cena did for the belt. It's like, no, look what the writing did, because Dean Ambrose had the belt for a long time when he was in the Shield.
But this brand split could create more belts and it would be better.
Or at least put more prestige, because people will try to go for them belts more. That leads us to our next topic, like the actual brand split, but like Raw and SmackDown. The ideas of it. We're never going to talk about the roster. Let's talk about Raw and SmackDown. Should they actually have split pay-per-views, or just have 3 matches on each pay-per-view to make a full card? You know, they easily could say, hey, Raw, you got to give us 3 matches for the upcoming pay-per-view. SmackDown, give us 3. We have a pay-per-view.
But it'd be pay-per-view? No.
So they should have split pay-per-views?
No. I mean, I believe pay-per-view should be an hour longer.
They're 3 hours now, so it should be 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it should be one champion.
The WrestleMania was 5 hours.
Yeah, I feel like it should be one champion. Now, you still feel like it should be 2.
Yeah, more opportunity, more money. I feel like just looking out for the wrestlers, sir.
I know, but I feel like if it's one champion, you could do 3 matches, because it's only going to be...
Because it wasn't a problem when heavyweight championship was around. They was actually making more money around that time.
True, and since you could do the blend
split... And then you had two eyes to look at. Taker or Batista was heavyweight. And you had John Cena or Triple H or Randy Orton as the WWE champion.
Okay, so you feel like they should have split that belt or every belt?
And then it's the belt Ric Flair had, so I really would like to see that belt back.
So you want that belt? You don't want a new belt?
No, I don't know, no fucking new
because
belt.
they changed the WWE belt 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
But they never changed the heavyweight belt.
Yeah, I believe it has to be the same.
So to have that prestige.
I know it's new era shit, but keep that belt the same. It's been that way for what?
Forever.
Yeah.
That's the same belt Dusty Rhodes had, so
they had to keep that.
Let you know something.
I got that.
Yeah, so you feel like they should split pay-per-views. It's easy because it's the network.
No, I mean the pay-per-views all should come at once because people paying. You said split them.
Yeah, I'm saying they should be able. Oh, you feel like both champions should face on them. See, I feel like you're gonna put one champion higher than the other because one got to be the main event.
You can switch back and forth on that.
Okay, like every other pay-per-view we do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You think the same thing with the tag team, or they should keep one champion?
They could have 2 tag team champions.
Oh, you think they got enough tag teams for that? Oh, but they got enough. But do they have enough people you would respect to be champion?
Yeah.
That's interesting. You don't feel that way about the women though. They should keep them on one show, or at least have one champion go back and forth on both shows.
I believe the woman they could do either one. That would be good because we got good talent. So
I don't know.
I trust them. But I trust them.
I feel like the Intercontinental have to be exclusive to one show, and the U.S. have to be exclusive to another.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like there should be one tag team champion.
Put the U.S. on Raw, put the Intercontinental on SmackDown. SmackDown needs extra juice, so get them in the Intercontinental.
Because that's going to be the main belts, besides the heavyweight belts, and that team going to be crazy. So the split, you feel like they should share the pay-per-views. They should not split the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And how about people fighting each other from the show? Should they just do that like twice, 3 times a year? If they do it too much, it might fuck up.
They're fighting each other from the show. What do you mean, like
from each show? Like
they should have a pay-per-view called SmackDown vs. Raw again or something, or Survivor Series, or well, they got that, but
I guess Survivor Series they could focus that on.
Yeah, that's what they usually did. So,
alright, cool. So I feel what you're saying. All right, so that's basically we had it with the brand split, and you don't really care about who should go where or the ideas of.
No, I kind of trust him with that too.
You feel like? Okay.
Yeah, I trust him with that.
All right, well, here's the thing: should Roman and Cena be on the same show? People feel like it should be separated. I don't care.
I believe Cena should be on no show. But they I don't know. I don't like. I like Roman. I don't like the idea of their characters.
Yeah, I like Roman. So I don't like Cena because I don't find him entertaining at all. Well, Roman, it's like we're watching.
Cena has no place here. Has no place here.
So he needs to become. I don't want to say a Brock Lesnar, but like a Taker and Brock Lesnar. That his fights.
No, he needs to become invisible.
I know what you're saying about that, but his fights don't affect the title hunt. He should just be on the side fighting people in separate feuds, not I'm fighting. If I win this, I get the title shot.
I don't see him fighting at all, Sean.
You don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want.
But you know he's going to.
Yeah,
because him and AJ. Probably
I don't care what they do for him. I don't want to talk. No, I don't care. Cena's irrelevant to me. I don't give a fuck what he does. Okay. I just don't want him to bury any more talent or go. If I know he's going to tie Ric Flair's record. That's going to happen.
Is he going to beat it?
He's going to tie it or beat it. Either way, it's bad. It's
matter.
Not.
It doesn't matter because it's not the same record. I mean, Ric Flair won 16 titles. And he won a lot in different organizations. That's why but that won't stop them from forcing it. Yeah, they're going to push a narrative. But it's like, but to y'all out there who's listening, he won 16 belts and he was like in 4 or 5 different organizations. So he actually became champion everywhere he went, except for one person staying somewhere so long and winning it. It is nowhere near the same. In that time of era, it was hard. It was people competing with each other.
Not that money though.
Buying houses, compete. Mug it out.
350,000.
Light foot, and that's like $1 million back then.
Yeah, what the fuck happened now? Oh, Vince. Oh, but I guess that pretty much wraps up this one.
Oh, that's basically all we gotta say. We already talked about everything. We talked about the brand split. Brock Lesnar at UFC 200. We talked about we rest in peace to Muhammad Ali. Heels and faces, how we say that shit need to go away. And everything is basically is what it is. Money in the Bank. Are you I won't say excited, but interested to watch?
Yeah,
cool. I'm pumped for it. I don't know what they're doing with the women's title. They didn't announce nobody yet. Oh yeah, you don't want a ladder match. For what? You think they should have a Money in the Bank women's this year? I mean, they got a lot of people. They could easily set up storylines with it.
They probably won't call it Money in the Bank. Probably call it something else.
Yeah, but it's that Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they could do that. I like.
So you feel like because I feel like they don't got a real contender. So somebody might fight Charlotte. Somebody she's going to beat easily. Then you have the one the match. Now who wins that? If Sasha will win that.
Yeah, people always. Yeah, I'm gonna see Sasha soon.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And that's all we got here. Look, man, Shizzy with Xbox, aka Link 215.
Exactly.
Yeah, peace out. That was our mind frame. Catch y'all in the next video.